Hey, what's up everybody? Anaris here with another Minecraft video. This time we're going to be taking a look at some of the structures that have popped up on the new server. For those of you who do not know, we have migrated away from Servercraft and we are now using Mossy Cobble. You'll find that information in the video description. But for now, I'm going to start you off with a classic. Now, looking around here, you probably don't recognize what this place is, and we have changed it up a good bit since importing it, but you will find that this is a redone version of our original spawn castle. It should look familiar to you now. If you've ever seen my videos, you probably recognize at least the front part. So we kind of experimented with schematic files, and we actually imported Nautic's original house as well as the Nyan Cat that Nautic made so many months ago. And what we were doing was just kind of going for a whole nostalgia effect. Actually, one of our other administrators, Kaizen, helped recreate the pyramid over here, because I just didn't want to import it. But it was a pretty simple thing to remake, and I'm glad that it's there. So this is kind of a throwback to before the server was really even public. We used to run it on a Hamachi network, and this is pretty much all we had, was just this little area. And I will actually turn it to day, so that way you guys can kind of see. Oh yeah, and we put up a satellite up there too. I did that satellite many months ago. It was basically in celebration of some achievement that Voyager 1 had. I don't remember what it was, but I felt compelled to just put a satellite somewhere in the world, and ended up being right above the castle. So anyways, yeah, I just kind of thought this would be a fun place to start, seeing as how it does bring back a little bit of memories. Going down the Nostalgia Boulevard, heading down, you'll find that it has changed. We didn't bring over much else than like the actual surface rather. But I can head down the tower, which actually we kind of went for a ruined effect. As you see over here, there was definitely some, some devastation to the castle in transport. We did actually include the former supply room. If you need stacks of beds and compasses, this is your place. What happened was people would constantly come in here and jack everything that we had. I mean, it was to be expected, right? You know, that's whatever. That's fine. So we decided for the lulz, we would go ahead and put a monument to it, and we put the Forever Alone on the private tag. So I don't think there's anything actually in the chest. So we'll just head back out now. But yeah, Forever Alone face there, and of course we have the doorway, which used to be hidden, leading down to the portal room, which was faithfully recreated by another admin, Mitt Rami. And of course we have mass storage room number 2. See Terry for insurance purposes. That's a staple. And then we have the hot room. And finally, we have the beginnings of the portal room. This is about what the portal room looked like when we first made it. Just a few portals. Test site beta. Terra Novus. Foil simulated duck pond. The Demas ponds. Nice. We have the derp portal. Funny story about that. Basically, when I was making this room, I was getting so excited that we had this teleport mod that when I made the room, I didn't measure it out. So I went and I'm like, okay, here we go. Portal made. Portal made. Portal. Crap, it won't fit. So I left it there and called it the derp portal. Kind of a reminder to myself to not fail at building things. So that is just, again, a throwback to the old spawn area. Those of you who played on the original server way back in the day will recognize this. Most of you, however, probably not so much. You probably came in around the time that Nyan Cat was a garden area. Nautic's house was gone. But this is the OG server. And it's been relegated over to this corner, which I think is like, I don't know. We'll take a look here in just a second. So let's actually head over to some of the places. Now, I did a video over on my Anaris StarCraft channel, which for those of you that don't know about that, I do StarCraft 2 commentaries. You'll find a link to that in the description if you're so interested. I posted a video over there showcasing that, hey, we have a new server, and we have a cool layout, etc. So let me actually first go over that. What we've done, in contrast to the previous server where we had Jamestown, which was really cool, but it was kind of limited in functionality. You know, we had the whole thing protected so nobody could interact with it, and it stayed, and it was all fine and dandy, but nobody had any direction when they came to the server. It was just like, oh, okay, cool, here's Jamestown, the server lags, okay, bye. So we definitely got a way better server. Really don't have any lag issues anymore. It's wonderful. We can actually host 150 people, and we've got about 38 or so right now, something like that. And, you know, generally it's just a better quality product, I feel, and we're definitely able to handle a lot more people. So a lot of the folks have actually come back to the server after, I mean, again, I can't really blame them. Our original server was pretty laggy. I don't know exactly why, but this one, same mods, good server all around. If you want to check them out, it's actually mossycobble.com. But let's actually check out. So, getting back on track here, what we're doing with this world is we're providing warp locations for players to go to different themed areas to begin creating communities. And we've accomplished this by going for things like, let's see, we've got Oasis, Warp Oasis, and any player can warp to anywhere. So, jumping up, there we go. You see, you're going to see these places have just exploded. Previous server didn't have half as much stuff. But looking around, you see this world as it loads. This is just one of the communities that's been built up by players. And we've also added some pretty unique terrain features as well, but we'll get to that in just a second. So we float around, we see a bunch of shops. This one I think is for weapons, or it's a hotel. I'm not sure what that is. But point in case, you can look around and you can see that we have very well established communities here. And we also do have a spawn tower, which I Am Nick is currently talking about. So just to kind of give you a quick zoom out, there's some ASCII art. I think there's a slime farm down there in that little cavern. But yeah, this is the Oasis town, pretty much just a desert theme. I mean, spoiler alert, we're in the desert. And over here, kind of one of the unique terrain features that we have. Admins kind of went around and adjusted the server before players came on. And we wanted to add a little bit more variety than just, you know, sand, forest, sand and forest. So what we did was we went to areas like this, where this whole area used to be a forest. And we used a command that turned all of the leaves into sand. So they all fell down and created what you see today. And then we replaced the trees with sand as well. So now you can just kind of get an idea of how the terrain used to look and how it looks now. Over here, it looks like somebody is making a pretty baller sandcastle. I don't know who. Let's see, is there a sign on the door? City of the Sandman. Well, I guess this is where the Sandman sleeps. Blends in with the terrain very well, and let's I think that's pretty much everything around here. There are several projects kind of outlying, but I don't know exactly where they are, so I will try to get a little bit more organized for the next video in terms of maybe having a directory or something. But let's go to Jurassic. Jurassic is an area that we created to be particularly difficult for newer players. You see, do not enter without gear and friends. This area is meant to be difficult. And we have one person just sitting there, Blosson. Okay. Hello to you, sir. So heading down, the bridge right here is protected, and you see some people have started building up around it. But it is basically a massive underground cavern that we replaced the bottom layer with grass, planted a whole bunch of trees, and it's down at bedrock. So when you're walking around down here at a lot of places, it is extremely difficult to find your way. Because when you get down here, you know, of course, when you're down so close to the bedrock, it inhibits your ability to actually see very far. Now, some of the places it does it, some of it doesn't. But here you can kind of see, even with the torches, it's kind of fuzzy right now. It does actually get worse when there's no light around. And occasionally, we do go around and remove some of the torches to kind of keep the difficulty the same. But the trade-off is that we also place a high quantity of resources around here. So you might be kind of, you know, appetized by the fact that, yes, the trees do respawn frequently. Yes, a lot of times torches are taken out, but at the same time, we replace a lot of this dirt here. We'll bury diamonds, stuff like that, and of course we'll put some up here for those people who are feeling like they want to brave the dangers of the caverns. Also, of course, being so far down into the area, spawns a lot of mobs. Here we go, this is a little bit better. You see how you can't hardly see more than about 15 feet in front of you. And you've got 2 mobs over here. So when you're running around, you don't really know where a safe place is, as you can, again, just barely see what's directly in front. So you just kind of have to hope for the best. So let's actually fly back out of here right now. There we go. And there are a couple light areas. This light actually comes down and reveals the terrain down there for you. Makes it a little bit easier to see. But again, this is Jurassic. This is meant as one of the harder areas to build. And we have kind of designed them to be a little bit different quality in terms of difficulty. So this one, like I said, is way harder, and there's Mr. Bam Bam working on a nether portal. Poor guy has to sit there and beat on that for a while. But if we go to somewhere like... Oops, can't type. Kiddington's, then you'll see it's much easier. So we will let that load here. And you see that when you spawn, you pretty much just appear on top of a floating island. Oh, nope, not floating after all. Over here is the floating island where you cross the bridge. And heading down, you see that as we continue to load, it's actually kind of a partially pre-made village. This was here from the start. So was this and several other pieces of infrastructure here, as well as lots of piles of resources. So what we did, it's the Kiddington's cat. I think it's like to meow and protect or something. To protect and meow, Kiddington's police. Cat. So, anyways, yeah, what I did was actually, I'm the one that made this place. I figured that I would leave a lot of resources around for newer players. There were a lot of chests, there were a lot of furnaces and crafting tables, and I figured players that really didn't have a lot of time to commit to building would be able to come here. And actually, I need to protect that. Forgot I didn't. They will be able to come here and have quick access to resources. Nothing fancy. I mean, it's like cobblestone, smooth stone slab, stuff like that. And be able to plant down some type of home very quickly. And I also kind of edited the terrain to allow for players to create roads. You see, like, this road was not here. So somebody along the way came in and made a wooden road that connected here. Don't know if it was this person or not, but... let's see, what's the sign say? Welcome. Well, thank you. Over here is a bridge that's also leading down to a mine. And the bridge is protected, the mine is not. When I say it's protected, it means that non-OPs cannot break it or take materials or anything. And it looks like we got some other structures kind of littered around. We have some sort of a garden. Have a whole little community popping up over here. And again, I'm not entirely sure who owns all of it, but hey, there's another person building stuff over there. This is what I'm talking about. The server feels a lot more complete now that we have a bunch of people on. And I'm actually pretty sure that I'm invisible right now. Yeah, I think so. Nope, no, I'm not. Okay. Cool, so he sees me. We'll move on to this house. It's the Minecraft Showcase. Is there some sort of ownership? Tower Valkyris. Tower Valkyris. Alright. Well, Tower Valkyris. That is it. Looks like somebody is throwing down a wall. Having a little bit of lag there. I think that's just on my end, frame rates. I'm trying to generate the new chunks. New tunks! Tunks are a new addition to Minecraft. Enjoy your mountains. So there's another village that popped up. Or not a village, but a little kind of... I'm going to hide that. Poor Blue Shamu. He'll know if he watches this video, he'll know why I can't come protect his land right now. I feel kind of bad. we will head over now and check out that second village. Okay, made an adjustment or two. Hopefully that'll fix some of this, some of the lag we're experiencing here. As I continue to look around for the... Aha! I have found it! I don't remember, I think it's Hitman Zeus that's creating this. But I like the wall style, that's very nice. Not sure what's going to be placed here. Looks like it's still very much under construction. I'm seeing it change daily, so this is something to definitely keep an eye on. But looking around, we have a sword poking out of the ground. We have the well. Overall, pretty friggin' awesome place. Looks like we have some sort of religious gathering area around here. What else do we have? Mostly just residential structures, it looks like. Speaking of residential structures, let's actually talk about the place that has received the most attention since the server, since we put out that video about 2 or 3 days ago, and that is a place called Ross Castle. So we'll go there. This place has just exploded. When it was first created, about 2 weeks ago, it had like a house and I think like a bacon shop. And there wasn't anything wrong with it. It's a nice castle. It was just one of the newer territories. And yeah, that's, you know, just it was one of the newer places. Not a lot of development had gone into this. So this castle was made by Roscoe Chisel. And heading down, we see a couple signs. Welcome to Ross Castle. Do not build on the roads. Griefing will result in a ban. Golden rule. And as we head out now, we'll see that this place just freaking exploded like nobody's business. There's one person hanging out over here. It's Jamesy. And then there's Ben's Abode. The Pumpkin Hut. Public Farm. Lava House? That seems like a health hazard. Somebody's elevator project. Which pretty much it works, looks like this. You go in here, press the button, and it pushes you all the way up, as you can see, until the very top. Quite simple. Until finally it reaches this last one and it pushes you over. And the way down, now 92.4% safe, is right here. And coming around, continuing our flying, we have the back end of some of those other structures we looked at a minute ago. We have, I believe this is the Town Hall. This was created in the last 24 hours, actually. Created by Alex Knickknack and Ludendorff. Frosttown Town Hall and Court. The inside appears to be fully furnished. I like the glass. That's awesome. Function room number 2. Court number 2. Oh, I didn't know they had a court in here. Oh, awesome. Witnesses and jury. I guess this is where you go have your deliberations and whatnot. Wow, actually, I wouldn't expect there to be all this stuff in here. But yeah, definitely a courtroom. As we continue around, let's see what's going on up here. Smoking area, food. Town Hall was donated by Chaotix 8000. He's another one of our administrators. They were actually tasked with the job of creating the Town Hall because Alex Knickknack and God Spartone created this, the monastery, in non-creative mode, which is kind of impressive. So they were told, just, hey, you know what? Good stuff. Go for it. Over here, we have a house made by Bishop Gunn. For those of you who do not remember, he is the person who goes around making the Frank Lloyd Wright remakes. He's actually floating right there. Let's get a sneak peek. He doesn't know we're here. We'll approach from behind. Ah! And he's AFK. So this is another one of his creations. Does it have the title? I honestly don't know. Ah, Robbie's House. Robbie's House by Frank Lloyd Wright. And if you don't know, he is a famous American architect. Kind of built his houses all over the place. Not his houses, but you know what I mean. Overall layout looks, God, that's a huge house. Let's bust in the front door. The back door. That's what he said. We're just going to drop that one. So we have a fireplace somewhere around here. Yes, indeed. Fortunately, we do have a fire mod that keeps the place from burning down. Does not look like the interior is furnished. That is acceptable, though, as I think it's made up for by the fact that this house is pretty amazing. I would rate it as mild to moderately awesome. And then as we continue exploring around, we see, okay, there's, I think some of the other stuff we've already checked out. We've already been that way. And so I think we'll actually head down this way now. We kind of did, but not really. Okay, here's the public mine, which actually is really cool, but we'll check that out in a second. This is my little summer house. It's small. It doesn't take a lot of room. I didn't want to take up a whole ton of room, so went with that. This is, I think, Fear the Moment's house. I'm pretty sure I saw him building it. So this is the public mine. This was designed by Roscoe. Come over here, press the button. I'm going to waste a minecart. Bink, got a minecart. Place any unnecessary or unwanted, unwanted, I'm tired, minecarts here. And then we hop on it, which we're not going to do now, but we're actually going to take the flying way. And it takes you all the way here under the bridge, which you will see that. Continue our journey right into the brick. And then we will eventually head downward into, spoiler alert, it's a mine. So you land here and you have another place to get minecarts, throw away minecarts. And something that Roscoe did was he placed coal in increments of 9 all throughout the hallways, so that way players that are brand new to the neighborhood can get some coal very quickly. And yeah, be able to have a halfway decent start without having to worry too much about, the first night with, oh god, I've dug for 3 hours and I can't find any coal, that terrible streak of luck that sometimes players get. So, let's see, where else do we have to warp? We actually have quite a few places now. Okay, we have Terraria. I think I'll just show that super quick. So, spawn created by Magnius. Welcome to Terraria. Terraria was kind of a joke thing that I did. And as I said in my main channel's video, I know this is not all that there is to Terraria. I know that there is fighting, there's, all kinds of other stuff. But I just felt like simplifying it to the point where it could be kind of a joke. And so I did. I have no ill will. I'm sure somebody will be like, oh my god, Norris, you don't know anything about Terraria. To which I say, you don't know anything about a joke. There's the tower. Let's see. Noel123's Molehole House. So Noel's Molehole. Western Desert and Mountings. Ye old colonies. Doc, fishing rods. Please put back. Keep fish. So please put back the keep fish. Don't break the boats. Replace if broken. And then over here is the area that I showed off before that actually is protected. This is what I made. And this is just meant to give players new to the area shelter. So we have somebody making a giant castle out of cobblestone. with a seat. Wow, they have all this cobblestone, and they have all these blocks of iron and gold. It's a lot of iron and gold. And moving forward, we have another portal. What looks to be some type of a tree-ish, maybe not a farm, but maybe more for decoration. Nope, it's a tree farm. Cool. Amdriel's tree farm free for public use. So there you go. And then house built by Magnus, now ruled by Nightwing 999. I'm busting in! Oh my god! We have the Inaris clause, which basically states that I can come into any house at any time and show it off for awesome purposes. I think that's pretty much it for here. Yeah, okay. Amdriel's humble beginnings. That is not a safe place to go. $25 fine for leaving that gate open. So I think that's pretty much it for this area. Let's see what else we got. Warp. We have Castle No Kill. We've actually shown that off a few times. It's coming along quite nicely. Actually, no, we'll go check that out real quick. I know that some of you probably have not seen the completed product yet, so here it is. Castle No Kill under construction, original build by Revolve, recreated by No Kill. And we'll let this load for just a minute. Ta-da! Insta-load! No Kill's castle. You see he's got the rocks all at the bottom now, kind of indicating that it's on an island. We'll head inside. We see that it's lit in both directions, so not nearly as dangerous as the first time I went through, although that is still pretty dangerous. But the top up here looks like it's pretty basic. We come in here, though. Notice how we have the interior pretty saturated with trees, flowers. Looks like we have a little fountain down below. And as we head inside the throne room, we see that it does change to a rather elegant design. Chandeliers, golden blocks. We have the throne room. No Kill is not here, so I get to be the one that hangs out in this throne room now. Woo! Yeah! And we'll actually fly out and give you guys a top-ish down view of the castle. So that's that. And let's see, what else do we have? Retopia. I'm just going to kind of visit all these places here and show you guys what all the server has to offer and all the cool stuff people have made. So there's something that we have to see here if we set the render distance to far. Aha! There it is. Slowly. That is a picture of Rhett Butler 13, the person that founded Retopia. He is one of our OPs on the server. Holding a phone? Camera? I don't know. It's pretty shady, whatever it is. So this is some type of structure. Let's get an idea of what this is. We've got carpeting. Looks like a padded room. Oh god, it's a psych ward. Helicopter landing pad. So this is either like the most baller of baller hotels, made out of pure diamonds, or it's a hospital, or it's... I don't know. I'm sure that he'll be kind enough to inform us. Either way, it's very white and pretty hip. I just can't find the entrance. Here we go. Service entrance. Oh. Aha. Down to lock, up to unlock. Right. Curses! We've been locked in! No! We must find a way out. We must find another entrance. I'm genuinely curious. I may have to grief this. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to grief. I'm gonna get banned, but I think it's worth it. So this is the interior. We have information. Nice, I like that. We have this way to hell, the Ratopian Spa. We fly down. Apparently hell is... Whoa! Okay, so this is actually beta footage of Diablo 3. Just so you know, the graphics have been kind of devolved a step. Ah, yes, well, we have here another. Whoa! Welcome to hell. Good luck, have fun. And we're in the Nether. No huge structures or anything like that. Yeah, we can do. Actually, let's go outside. So, this is loading. 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 This is the spawn tower. This is the new location that players spawn inside of, but I thought I would give you a shot of it outside first. It's kind of a cross between something from Lord of the Rings and a Zerg Protoss hybrid structure. Pretty freaking awesome. We also replaced all the water in the area with lava, as you can see down below. Kind of adds to the effect, and I'm so happy that it's nighttime because that just makes it doubly as awesome. So what we do is we actually type /spawn when we are inside, hanging out with this guy again. And of course we have welcome to server, blah blah blah, how to get around, new to the game. We have a tutorial that people can go through. It's like the most basic of basic information about Minecraft. Don't even have to go watch a video. You can just have an interactive tutorial right here. And then in here, we have the warps. Now you'll notice that there's water, and that's because at some point here we want to have a teleport mod where you can just go, oh, I want to go to Waterworld. Thunk, and then warp there. But we don't have that implemented just yet. For now, we just use the /warp system. We've already been to Oasis. We've already been to Kiddington's, Jurassic, Glowstone Mine, that's self-explanatory. We have the Abyss. And you see we have a couple of nether portals just stuck in there. Ross Castle, Hairy Bear. that's another oddly named town. Redstone area. I think what happened was like, we're like, hey, God, come on, guys. You know, we're all on vent. And we're like, what should we name this town? Someone was like, frickin' Hairy Bear. And then we're just like laughing for 5 minutes, and then one of us has the balls to do it, and now it's named Hairy Bear. Warp music. I'll actually go there real quick. Now, this is the music project area, as you could see. This is for people to experiment with creating different types of music. So we have a contained musical box area, as well as somebody's attempt at getting a piano functioning. I think this is Kaizen working on setting that up. You could see it's a work in progress to be completed at some point here. But it certainly does look complex. I believe that it'll come out quite nicely. As we look down and see that, yep, lots of redstone, lots of repeaters. Again, I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but we'll keep an eye on it. Also, we have redstone area, a whole bunch of signs. This basically just says, make sure you're not building too much. You're not building a huge project, and bring your own materials. So, this is where players come to experiment or demonstrate Minecraft creations with redstone. So a piston T flip-flop, which I can apparently not press. Come on, 3, click. And, oh, I think somebody actually... I think he's messing with the redstone. Okay, so the redstone's not there right now. Well, actually, what we have is we actually have a protect mod that basically requires an OP to come out and protect it. It takes all of 5 seconds to do. And that's how we protect against griefers. But if you don't have somebody protecting it, then we can't really do a lot about it. We do have things like log block and inventory check, but as far as actually preventing griefing, you need to get with an admin for that. So anyways, yeah, you kind of get the point of what's going on here. Glass double doorway. We hit F1. Does this work? Maybe. Hold on, let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright, so there's that. Somebody's experiment, not sure what. So you gotta get the basic idea. And you see how a couple things have the redstone missing. Like I said, if you ever create something out here, just have an admin come and protect it. Makes it quite invulnerable to griefing. Secret door. I think, yeah, this has been taken out too. So basically, I have actually seen some of these in action. One of them, yeah, this one right here, makes it so that way if you break the block right here, then the doors will open, or the floor will open and you'll fall down beneath, and then sand will come over here and push another block into it to kind of replace the block that you mined to begin with. Kind of a trap. So anyways, yeah, like I said, this is the redstone experimenting area if you do end up playing on the server, or if you already do play on the server, if you create something over here, get with an admin and have it protected, lest you end up like one of the people that had their redstone stolen. Troll gate. To troll a person over will walk through the opening that's ahead of you. Open the gate by stepping on the pressure plate blend below. Then as they walk off, step off ahead for a second player to walk through. I see. Indeed. So that's enough redstone-y stuff. We have Hairy Bear, which has quite a few residents already. And we chose this location for a warp spot because it has very unique terrain features. Like this right here. It's kind of hidden area underneath the mountain, all over the place here. So what we've got is we've got a road that apparently goes through the mountain and up to this location, built into the side. We've got one house that belongs to PA Boy Cell. We've got a tower. We've got some other houses up here as well. Let's actually go back to the road, which we could see kind of extends out this way and leads to some type of fortification area, or fortified area rather. A few different towers and smooth stone structures down below, kind of peering into the window. Ceiling Anaris is watching you masturbate. And down here we also have a tower that is not nearly as creepy as the voice that I just used. Second thought, this is pretty creepy, I'm not gonna lie. So heading back up now, we see that I think we've pretty much checked out most of the stuff around here. Let's go check out Waterworld real quick. Waterworld is a medium difficulty spawn zone that originally started off as an island with, I think it was like a 2x2 island of dirt. And then over here was, this island is actually, this was the only real land around. This area was about 2/3 the size it is now. Looks like players have expanded it and put more trees. And the whole thing was, okay, here you are in the middle of an ocean with like 4 trees, a small island, and that's it. Go for it. And so now players have just built up this whole community based off of materials they've gathered at other places in the world and materials that they farmed and replanted here. So that's why you have a lot of this based on wood. As we head around, we see here's kind of the town hall-ish area, or at least the central portion. And yeah, this is, again, just no land was in this area, just that one little island way over there where that boat's at. And let's see, I think that's it. As far as places to go check out with a lot of stuff. There are smaller villages as well. I think if we go to the jungle, there... Oh, no, that's not it. Madface! If we go to Wastelands, we spawn inside of a tower. We see a falling zombie, and this is a smaller community that's just getting started. This is one of the areas that was created, actually, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, tops. So very new, and yeah, players are starting to build here. You see, it's kind of up against a river slash lake slash whatever it is when it's done loading. You've got a big ominous looking hand up there, and holy tower! You got a big old honking tower up there. Plus a few additional structures littered around the top side. And I think now that is all I'm going to have for this video. Just looking at the list one more time. Forest. Okay, forest is, spoiler, giant forest area. This was kind of cool. I'm fairly sure this was created entirely by non-OP players. This whole area right here. Which, to me, is pretty darn cool. So, a bunch of players just basically got out and decided, hey, I want to go to negative 6.3k by 500 and plop down a big old massive tower. So they built that. Then they built, it was Creation 97, I think. Threw down the tower, threw down the starting buildings here, and, you know, people have since moved in. You see there's a mine. I like how the public mine, down! Oh, hey, look at that, it actually is down. But, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I just want to kind of make it a quick one to let you guys know how we are doing on the server. So far, I mean, the place has just exploded. It's wonderful having so many people come together now. We have, on average, I'd say in the daytime, around 45, between 45 and 55 players. At night, we'll have around 12 to 15, mostly European players, but we also have some some players of different nations come on super early in the night. But yeah, by and large, mostly Europeans, which is definitely cool. I think we have like a ridiculous amount of players from Sweden. It kind of boggles my mind how many there are, but cool nonetheless. So again, as always, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoy it. Should you feel inclined to apply, you'll find a link in the You'll find a link in the video description down below, and that house looks like it's underwater. Nope, not after all, just how it's built. You'll find a link in the video description down below. It's got an application. Basically, you fill it out. All the questions are required, and then post it in the application form. Don't email it to me. Don't private message it to me. Don't post it in response to the video. You know, just go ahead and leave the text answers on the application thread or subforum. And yeah, love to have you. A lot of good people. Low drama, because basically if anybody gets pissed off and starts acting like a 12-year-old, we usually just kick them, no questions asked. And yeah, pretty simple, straightforward. I like it. All right, thank you again for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one.